Hey guys, Jared James Nichols here today, hanging out with Gear4music, and I'm here to tell you all about my brand new signature Blackstar amp, JJN MKII. I'm in love with this thing. They knocked it out of the park. I can't believe how good it sounds, and I'm not just saying that. I truly, truly love it. So today I'm gonna talk all about the specs, the tone, how we built it, how we did everything. And as always, I'm playing through my signature JJN Old Glory Les Paul Custom. So let's start right at the top. We got a 20 watt head with a 212 stack combo, which is super cool because it is like a mini stack. You don't see cabinets that are always stacked this way, and I think that it's such a cool feature. And you know, when playing it, you get the vibe of like a stacked amp. You always see 212s, but they're always side by side. One cool thing about the cabinet that I really love is the fact that we were able to put in mismatch Celestion speakers. On the bottom you have a V-type, and on the top you have a GT1275. And we knew right away when we were in the room testing out different speakers, this particular set, it was incredible. We plugged them in and it was as if the amp grew. It grew, the sound, I couldn't believe how thick and how huge it got. And I just said at that point, can we really put in mismatched speakers? They said, sure, why not? So I thought that that was an amazing feature. Another cool part about this particular cabinet is the fact that on the back, there's 3 panels, right? In the middle panel, you can actually take it off to make it an open back, which is a great feature when you're playing in a room or maybe you're jamming with friends or whatever you're doing and you're right up against a wall and you don't want that. You can just pull it off a little bit. It gives it such another tone and another dimension and another depth, which I really love. When I'm playing live, a lot of times I'll pull that off and it'll just make the amp even bigger, which is great. Moving forward, let's talk about the head. So it's a 2-channel amp, right? It has 2 channels with 2 voices on each channel. And it runs the typical line. We have a very clean, very chimey. Voice 2 of channel 1, you have it way more punchy, a little bit overdriven. This is great for my blues and like country feeling stuff. And then moving on to channel 2 is the channel I can't live without. It's the blues power channel. So if anyone knows me, they know my mantra, they know everything. It's all about the blues power. I said to the Blackstar guys when we were designing it, I need to have a channel. I want my amp to be that I could just plug straight in and go straight to the tone that I need. Thus, the blues power channel was born. And if you're insane, like me, there's even a more button on that blues power channel, which takes you into total crazy, overdriven harmonic heaven. It has a very simple control panel layout. You know, we have our clean, we have our voice switch, and a tone. And that controls all of the cleans, and it's surprisingly, the depth is crazy. You can get that super chime, or you can kind of muddy it back, which is really great. I've actually plugged bass into it too, and it works really well. And then on the overdrive, in the blues power channel, we have our gain, our volume, and then our more traditional. We have our bass, middle, treble, and Blackstar's ever so awesome ISF control, which takes it from American to British. You get that warm kind of brightness till you get that darker, bassier tone in the British section. We have our reverb, digital reverb, which I always use just a little tint of it just to kind of lighten it up, spruce it up, make it even sound bigger. And a master volume. Great feature that you can use at home or while you're recording is the fact that it has a 2 watt or 20 watt feature. So it has its own attenuator built in. And when I was at home, I was playing this amp, I turned it all the way up on the 2 watt setting. It sounded amazing. So it's really cool to be able to get that inspiration of that kind of tube-driven sound at 2 watts. You know, you're not gonna get the cops called to your door and, you know, tell you to turn down. Other cool features, we have an effects loop, there's a USB plug-in that you could use to actually record straight into your computer, straight into your laptop. We have our emulated speaker output, which is really awesome if you just want to take this amp and you can plug the head straight into the PA, straight into the mixing console. If you're doing a recording, you can go straight in, which is an awesome feature, and it sounds great. Other things, you know, it has either a 2x16, 1x16, or 1x8 ohm, which is awesome. And yeah, that's basically it on the amp. So right now, I just want to play a little bit for you, show you. We'll go from cleans to blues power craziness. So starting here on the cleans. Very nice, very subtle. It's great. Strumming. If I move on now, my favorite, check this out. I'm clicking the voice channel on channel 1, and that's gonna give us more of that kind of, you know, raspy, chicken picking. Check this out. You'll notice I'm not playing with a pick. I'm using my fingers, and we voiced this amp, especially for a little bit more of a punch, so you get that little. I also call it like my free channel because it has that total. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Moving on to the blues power channel. This is kind of where I kind of live when I'm playing live, when I'm in the studio, writing riffs. I always kind of go for this sound. Check this out. And then moving on, if you're insane and you want the even more setting, check this out. You can see too, I'm not plugging into any pedals, just going straight into the amp. And that's just the way I like it, man. Really raw, really simple, really easy. And like I said, I've been playing this thing since it came out every single day on tour. Built like a tank, it's rock solid. I truly love it. I think Blackstar crushed it with this amp. So if you see one, check it out at Gear4music. And guys, Jared James Nichols signing off. I will see you on the road. Blues power.